What up, y'all? Welcome back to the RAD Potential YouTube channel. Shop's empty. Ready for the next project. So if you heard in the previous video, I mentioned why we got FD RX7s here. I can't afford those, but I can work on them for people. So anyways, my buddy Johnny got these two cars over here. We're doing some engine work to them. Gonna take all the engine and stuff out of one, put it in the other one so you can put the other one back to stock. So yellow and silver respectively. So right now, we just finished up Death Trap and is out of the garage making boost. So I'm gonna get the yellow car fired up because it's not really raining right now. The roads are still wet, but it's not really raining. I'm gonna take it and go down the street just once. That way I can get some clips, see if it shoots some flames, and that whole deal, because who knows, it's probably gonna be the last time it runs as a pretty big turbo yellow FD RX7 with a super loud exhaust, because it's not getting put back together that way. So I'm gonna take it down the street, get it in the garage, and then I'm just gonna work on getting the interior stuff undone. So I don't want to take the engine and whatnot fully apart just yet. I want to make sure. I'm gonna check in with Johnny, see what he's up to, if he wants to come over and help with that. But I know for sure I need to get the Apexy boost controller and stuff out of it, get all that wiring undone underneath the dash, get everything unplugged. So that's kind of going to be what I'm going to do tonight in this video. And then tomorrow night, we'll be starting to work on getting the engine and stuff out. So that's kind of the plan. It's been rainy and nasty here, which is unfortunate because I really need to compression test the silver car, but I really just haven't wanted to climb under it. So street driving of the yellow FD in the rain. It's just going to be wet and hopefully flames. Alright, y'all, back up at the shop. Shot some pretty good flames, I think. I can see them in the mirror, so hopefully it looks good on the camera. I just had the Justin's GoPro stuck like right here. Pretty loud. It also has a giant turbo. It's pretty dang large. The full Greddy kit from back in the day. There's that stumble. I don't know if it shot any flames there either, but we'll find out when I look over the footage. Sounds pretty good. It's kind of a shame to be taking it apart and putting it back in stock, but it's a yellow. It'll be cool stock. So, go ahead and shut her off and start piddling around on the car. Notice the hunt. I don't really know why it's doing that. I think the TPS may be out of adjustment. However, on an FD, it doesn't have like a adjustable TPS, I don't think, like the FCs do. So you might able to see it up here. That's a regular turbo 2 manifold. You can adjust the throw of the TPS on it. I think this one you have to do it in the ECU, like in the Power FC. So we'll fix that when it goes in the other car. But for now, I'm gonna shut it off. So it has a apexy like boost turbo timer stuff. So notice keys are out. On this little guy right here, it'll count down. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and just click it down to 0. Bloop. And it shuts off. So, that's the yellow car. So basically what I'm going to do next is just kind of get all that interior stuff figured out and try to figure out how all this comes apart. So you'll be able to see my flashlight. Right down here is a Power FC. We have some exposed wires. We have some sketchiness going on. How I'm going to pull this engine is with the whole engine harness still connected to the engine, so that whenever I go to stick it back in the silver car, it just goes back through the dash and I can plug it back in. In here, see that? So that looks like some sort of plug for the computer. So this right here is your boost controller, basically, for the apexy Power FC. Sorry, I had my flashlight in my mouth. And that is also going to go into the other car. So I just have to figure out where all the wiring and stuff goes for that, which is probably going to be a mess because this thing has a sound system, and sound system people generally. So hopefully this isn't too bad. Hey y'all, finally working on this car. Been a hot minute. Some of the footage you've seen already up to this was a week ago. Just been a lot going on. Anyways, it's like 11:30 or so at night. I've been cranking on this for maybe an hour or so. It's being more of a pain than I anticipated. Now, engine setup's pretty easy. Emissions delete, big turbo. Really nothing crazy going on up here besides like just major normal FD problems, which are no room between right here, AC and the frame rail. So when you go to take that apart, which I can't put my flashlight, when you go to try to get the AC condenser off or compressor off, it's a real pain in the butt. Also, power steering is just a pain in the butt because I'll take it off and it'll just sit here with the AC compressor, and we'll pull the motor out separate. I'm going to pull this out with wiring harness. Notice all of that is going to stay attached to the motor. I'm going to try to leave the upper intake manifold on because this setup is going back into the silver car. So I'm going to try to leave as much of it together as I can, and then it'll just go right back into there. So I still got to fight the fuel lines, front oil cooler lines. Got the car up right now. I'm going to drain the oil out, get all the bell housing bolts and the starter off, so I'm pretty much done underneath it until I go to drain the coolant. Usually I try to make the coolant the very last thing because it makes the biggest mess. So I don't want to have to go into the car anymore until I drain the coolant, or after I drain the coolant basically. So pretty much what's left: coolant, map sensor, bell housing bolt starter, take the downpipe off, which is easy, and then motor mounts, and she's ready to come out. So a lot to do, gonna be a late night. I'm just gonna power through, so stay tuned. So it is now almost 1 a.m. As you can see, the engine is still in the car. So, recap what has been failing of me getting this out. So, here's what's left. I got to disconnect the clutch, which is this stupid pole collar thing, and they're really weird. That one's all rusty, and the collar doesn't want to move. So, I don't know. I'm going to do some research tomorrow, try to figure that out. Anyways, downpipe was a super pain in the butt. This bottom bolt, of course, the hardest one to get to, was really stuck, and I had to use a shorty wrench with another wrench on it for some extension to get some leverage and da 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 da. I won. However, it took me a while. So I need to put the filter back on the turbo for tonight so nothing gets in there. AC and power steering still need to come off. There's the top two bell housing bolts need to come off. Disconnect the oil cooler lines. It doesn't have any more oil. There's still coolant in it though. And then it should come out. So if this was a Mazda Repu, I'd have been done and asleep an hour ago, 2 hours ago, because it only takes like 20 minutes. But because it's an FD, they're just a pain. So anyways, I'm going to bed because it's late. We'll get this video up tomorrow. This will be Thursday, because today is already Thursday because it's in the morning. So I'm going to go to bed, and we will follow up with that then. Out here, let me show you the wiring. Apexy Power FC, right? It's supposed to be plug and play. That's transmission wiring. Look at this. Look down here. It's supposed to be a plug and play ECU. The Apexy Power FC. Plugs in. Okay. All this extra stuff was ran through the AC condenser port through the firewall out to here. Hopefully my camera doesn't die. These plugs. Look at this. Look at this wiring job. We're talking soldered the wires together and then electrical taped them. I mean, better than just twisting them together, but still junk. So I had to take all that out. All those wires, which was the long ones, was connected to your boost solenoid and then another little solenoid mounted over here. So anyways, I had to cut them, feed them back through that hole because the plugs didn't fit. Then they had to come back out through the hole with the engine harness. As you can see, this is how this came back out, so that all of this can stay attached to that one. Now, a couple of these wires I think are in here for the this car has like a fancy remote control system, so I think that some of this stuff's from that. But all this wiring here is from the Apexy. So anyways, that took a little bit to figure that out because I have to make sure I can put it back together. So, sorry for my tangent. I'm going to leave you there. Next video, you'll see this out and on the stand. Get the yellow car out of here. You'll see this out and on the stand. We'll get the yellow car out of here. We'll push the silver car back in. And then this weekend, I was trying to get this done so my buddies could help me push it in, but that probably won't happen. So this will be in here for the weekend. I'll get to it next week, and it'll get done eventually. So thanks for watching. Subscribe. Keep you updated on this. Bike content to come. My friends are coming down to ride. Damn. My friends are coming down to ride bikes this weekend, so we're going to go play on the bikes out here on the jumps. Hopefully the rain holds off. Cars of coffee with the new car. Should be sick. Rock on. Keep it rad. We'll see you when we see you. Peace.